My phone rang at 2:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. "Sir, we need you to come in today. There's something about the money transfer." The bank officer's voice was measured, professional, the kind of calm that precedes a storm. My mouth went dry. The money they were talking about was everything I had, sent just 48 hours earlier to save my best friend from ruin. Or so I thought. That call was the moment I realized I hadn't been helping Tunde at all. I'd been financing my own destruction. If you've ever trusted someone and lived to regret it, stay with me. And if stories like this resonate, subscribe to RKF Story Vault for real-life lessons that stick. My name is Ruki, and I used to believe loyalty meant everything. Tunde and I grew up on the same dusty street in Lagos, sharing dreams bigger than our circumstances. Same school, same empty pockets, same hunger, literal and metaphorical. When one of us scraped together enough for suya, we split it. When exam fees were due, we figured it out together. My parents worked back-breaking hours, and I hustled everything from phone repairs to tutoring just to stay in school. Tunde had it worse. No steady income, no real plan. But he had something I admired: audacious dreams and the charisma to make you believe in them. So when he needed help, I showed up. Always. Money, advice, my couch when rent fell through. I never questioned it because I thought that's what brotherhood meant. I was wrong. The first favor seemed innocent enough. "Bro, I just need 15,000 to register for this online business course. This is my breakthrough, I swear." His eyes were bright with conviction. I sent it within the hour. Weeks passed. The breakthrough never came. Instead, another call did. "My landlord is about to throw me out. I'll pay you back by month end, I promise." I sent it again, ignoring the small voice whispering that month end had come and gone twice already. The pattern became clear, though I refused to see it. Tunde only called when he needed something. When I was struggling, really struggling, his phone would suddenly be off, or he'd be handling something urgent. I'd scroll past his Instagram posts. New sneakers, bottles at clubs, poses with people I'd never met. Then he'd text me the next day saying he hadn't eaten. The contradictions piled up like debts I couldn't collect. Still, I chose loyalty over logic. I didn't want to believe someone I loved could be weaponizing our friendship. Then came the day that shattered everything. Tunde appeared at my door unannounced, trembling. Real fear carved shadows under his eyes. "Ruki, I'm in serious trouble," he said, his voice cracking. "This guy I was working with, he ran off with money that wasn't ours. The people who own it, they're not playing. If I don't replace it by Friday, I don't know what they'll do." My blood ran cold. I'd heard stories about debt collectors in Lagos, stories that ended badly. "How much?" I asked, though part of me already knew I didn't have it. 250,000. The number hung in the air between us like a guillotine. I didn't have that kind of money lying around, but I knew where it was. My savings account, 3 years of sacrifice. Money meant for my final year tuition, for emergencies, for the future I was building brick by brick. "Bro, you're all I have left," Tunde said, gripping my hands. "My own family has written me off. If you don't help me, I don't know what I'll do." His desperation felt like drowning, and I jumped in to save him. I transferred everything, every last naira. The bank called 2 days later. "Sir, the account you sent funds to is currently under investigation for fraudulent activity." The words didn't register at first. They felt like they were happening to someone else, in some other reality. "What do you mean fraudulent?" My voice sounded distant to my own ears. The officer explained carefully. The account was linked to multiple scam reports, fake business proposals, fabricated emergencies, a trail of people who'd been conned the same way I had, and every thread led back to one name: Tunde. I drove to his place in a daze, my hands white-knuckling the steering wheel. The landlord let me into an empty room. No mattress, no clothes, no sign anyone had lived there recently. His phone number? Disconnected. His social media? Deleted. Standing in that hollow space, the truth crashed over me like a collapsing building. There was no partner who'd stolen money, no dangerous creditors, No Friday deadline. The only threat had been the truth, that I was never his brother. I was his business plan, his emergency fund, his fool. For years, he hadn't been borrowing from me. He'd been harvesting me, and I'd been too blinded by loyalty to see the knife in my back. I lost my savings. I lost educational opportunities. I nearly lost my faith in humanity. But the hardest loss was internal. For months, I couldn't trust my own judgment. Every phone call spiked my anxiety. I dissected every past conversation, every ignored red flag, every excuse I'd accepted without question. The question haunted me. How did I miss it? Eventually, I had to face the painful answer. I didn't miss it. I saw it. I just refused to believe someone I loved could do this to me. Loyalty had made me willfully blind. Love had overridden logic. That favor, the one I thought would save my brother, became the most expensive lesson of my life. I still help people today, but I've learned to help wisely. I listen to patterns, not just promises. I watch what people do when I can't help them, not just how they act when they need me. I've learned that real relationships are reciprocal, not extractive. Because kindness without discernment isn't virtue. It's vulnerability, waiting to be exploited. Let me save you the pain I went through. Not everyone in crisis is telling the truth. Not everyone who calls you family treats you like it. And not everyone you lift up wants to rise with you. Some just want to climb over you. Some people don't need help. They need enablers. And there's a world of difference. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Subscribe to RKF Story Vault for more real-life stories about trust, betrayal, and the lessons that shape us. And remember, protecting yourself isn't selfishness. It's survival. Asterisk.